welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys some tips on how you can add a little bit of more retro or vintage flair to your outfit. So with these tips, you're going to be looking very back in the day inspired. Think Grace Kelly, Audrey Hepburn, any of your favorite old Hollywood movie stars. That's what you're going to be looking like by the end of this video. Okay, maybe not, but I am a huge lover of all things vintage. I love watching old movies, like any of the 1950s movies. I'm like such a huge fan of. So I've kind of started incorporating kind of a more vintage feel to my personal style and wardrobe, and I'm going to be revealing my top tips on how I like to achieve this in my everyday look so that you can too. So just keep watching if you want to find out how I achieve it. Tip number one is my first and favorite way to add a more vintage look to my wardrobe is with sunglasses. So I picked out my two favorites right here. This is a brand by Elizabeth and James, and this is just like a $14 pair that I picked up from Nordstrom. So doesn't matter the price point. I have high end and low end here. You can achieve the same look, whatever your budget. But this is actually my favorite pair of sunnies right here. They have a oval shape to them, which is definitely very retro. I'm going to be linking a bunch of pictures throughout the video of me wearing the different accessories that help me look a little more vintage. So I'm going to be throwing up some pictures here where I'm wearing these sunglasses. And then this is my most recent pickup and find, these white cat eye sunglasses. This reminds me of my favorite movie, which is has Grace Kelly in it. It's To Catch a Thief, and she's on the beach looking so chic in a pair of sunglasses just like this. So definitely a really easy and affordable way that you can look more retro is with sunglasses. Okay, so tip number two, another favorite of mine is handbags. Now, the funny thing is I've actually noticed that vintage style or structured handbags have been a huge trend recently in the fashion world, especially amongst bloggers, which is actually interesting because I swear I started wanting this kind of style before I even realized that it was a big trend. But like I said, I've been watching a lot of old movies, and it's just really fun to kind of pull inspiration from that and use it now in your everyday wardrobe. So something that I picked up this summer at the beginning was a circular handbag. It's obviously not a circle all the way around because it does have a flat bottom, which is definitely ideal because you want to be able to set your bag. You want to be able to set your bag down on countertops and tables without it completely rolling off the table. So this is kind of like a 1950s inspired bag. It's pretty affordable. This one's by Steve Madden. I'll link my absolute dream bag in the description if you kind of want to splurge on this style. But this is, like I said, from Steve Madden. I picked it up from Nordstrom. I'm going to link, of course, some pictures right here of you to see how I've styled this on my blog. But yeah, I have the strap of the handbag actually stored inside, but it's honestly not that inconvenient. I find that I'm able to kind of zip it easily and get things out of it. So yeah, just a really easy way for you to kind of add a pop of retro is through a handbag. So it doesn't have to be circular. They have so many cool and cute styles that are more vintage inspired. I just picked up kind of a briefcase style bag that kind of pops open like back in the day in a gingham print. So I'm super excited about that, and I'll show you that when it comes in. All right, so we're on to tip number three. And are you surprised? We're talking shoes, ladies. I mean, it's not everybody's favorite part of their wardrobe. Another super easy way to, I just think if you're noticing a trend here, accessories are the number one easiest way to kind of get this vibe going in your style. So this is another really popular shoe right now, interestingly enough. And it's a kitten heel that has a pointed pump, but this is the particular part about it that feels very retro to me, is this kind of triangular opening here. So if you want to kind of add a little touch of this to your wardrobe, definitely pick up a pair of heels in a kitten style. Polka dots are a huge trend for this fall 2018, so you could definitely pick them up in polka dot. A white one, a solid white one, is a really popular style right now as well. So, I mean, definitely pick a print and style that fits your personal wardrobe, but definitely loving this style here. Okay, so another very vintage style shoe is a round toe block heel that has kind of like this little ankle strap. So this one is by Ann Taylor. I picked this up at the beginning of the summer as well. I love it in the pink color, but if you want to do something a little bit more fall appropriate, opt for maybe a black or even kind of a suede brown would be really cute for fall. But I love this. I find this to be a very comfortable shoe. If you are somebody that doesn't love wearing heels because you find them to be hard to walk in or uncomfortable, definitely go for a block heel, just because with all of this kind of width here, it's a lot harder to fall on your face. So love my Ann Taylor round toe block heels, as well as my more kitten pointed toe heel. So those are two heel styles that you could add into your wardrobe, both really easy and comfortable to walk in, that will help you look more like your favorite old Hollywood movie star. Okay, so we're on to our fourth and final tip. We're gonna keep this video a little bit short today. So let's talk about fabrics. So if you notice, if you kind of watch an old movie, or even if you love Mad Men, I love that show, that's a great way to get retro style inspiration, is through that show. But you'll notice that there are certain fabrics or prints that kind of show up consistently throughout vintage styles. And one of them I see quite often is a kind of granny floral print. And I find that the smaller flowers kind of have a more vintage feel as opposed to the really large ones that you see often nowadays in the summer. So if you want to kind of have a more vintage look and you love florals and you love looking feminine, then I would definitely go for something smaller in scale. This is kind of cute too because it has a polka dot background, which I find to be really adorable. This is Shine. I work with them quite a lot. We kind of have like a little partnership going on. This video is not sponsored by them, but I do work with them consistently, and you know, you get what you pay for. Like, it is an affordable brand, but I love them for just kind of experimenting with things, and you don't have to feel bad about spending money because, you know, the dress was like $25. And anyway, so I do love them for trying new things and experimenting in my wardrobe. But honestly, I've gotten so much wear out of this one in particular. But again, my point is just kind of experiment with maybe smaller scale prints, especially florals if you love retro. Okay, so on the same topic of prints, polka dots are definitely a print that started way back in the day. And if you notice in this piece, this one is also very scaled down. The polka dots are small as opposed to kind of large and dramatic. Another few key details about vintage tailored clothing are little structural things like the sleeves. If they are buttoned, you'll see a lot of button detailing on certain more vintage style dresses, tie necks. So just kind of gain your inspiration through movies or even old sewing fabrics. Just go online and get inspired. I think so many of us get very caught up in, you know, trends or what's popular on Instagram, but I think it's really fun, and what you need to do in your wardrobe is just play around and gain inspiration from other things aside from social media. That's what I love to do, which is why I've kind of started to fall in love with more vintage style pieces. So I hope you enjoyed these tips. If you did like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up and hit that red subscribe button. I plan on coming out with a bunch of new content for you guys that is going to be style, beauty, and lifestyle related. So if you like any of those topics, definitely subscribe. And let me know if you liked this video. Are you into vintage style? What are your favorite places to shop for it? Let me know in the description box in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Bye.